Well, this is my first live. Well, my first live on YouTube. Got lots going on. I just posted it. Seeing if anybody wants to click over here and find out about this information that you may not have known about. Well, may not have good luck with lives. I was hoping to get a couple people on here to argue with me. Do, 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 do. I could really act like a dork with nobody in here. Well, that hair is sticking up. Oh, I'm all out of place. Lay down. Okay, we're going to share this. Okay, so we may not have anybody joining us, or maybe I'm just too on the go. So might as well start. Howdy, everybody. There is a lot of monopolies we are finding these days. which I thought we weren't supposed to allow those because we do not want a corporate takeover of America. And thus we're already there. But boy, sure seems like corporate America is working hard at getting rid of you. And modern medicine is working very hard with corporate America to make sure that you stay on their drugs that they're pushing and peddling on you. All right. So, I made this cute little piece of paper here. It's a flyer. It's posted on Facebook, Heal Yourself Wellness. I'll be putting it up around town too so everybody can know. You see the wheat right here? Yeah. You notice that back in biblical days, they wrote verses like, give us this day our daily bread. They ate bread every day. Did they have gluten intolerance? Widespread gluten intolerance? Why do we now? Has our bodies changed? What's changed? Ah, the wheat. The wheat changed. So way back in the 1950s, as we were ending the war, we were going after Hitler and Hitler's men. It was what, 1946 is when we went in there and did all that or something of that nature. But guess what? All them Nazi puke that was destroying the Soviet Union and killing the people, literally experimenting on them and giving them cancer, that took over the schools and indoctrinated the schools, that took the guns away from the people so they couldn't rise up and stop what was going on. Those people came to America to avoid prosecution. They also went to Jamaica and Europe. They didn't stop what they were doing. They continued. Guess where they are now? These were the Satanists, the child pedophiles, the ones seeking communism and educating the people through socialism to obtain communism. When socialism fails, the communists will come in, and as long as you comply, they will save you. Go listen to the song by Muse called Compliance. This is how it's done throughout history. This is how communism comes into play. They train the people to be a community, a group. But they don't tell the kids about this community and group, that if you are assigned to be a farmer and you plant some food for your own family because you're starving and you're not getting enough rations, you go to jail, because then you would be stealing from the collective. They don't tell the kids, sure, you'll get free schooling, not of your choice, where they want to put you, because they have need for those jobs. So in the 50s, what did they start doing? They started GMO practices, Probably may not have been when it first started, but one of the big ones is in the 50s when they took our wheat that we make our bread and removed the vitamin E, folate, and omega 3 fatty acids. Well, obviously, if that's in the plant, it needs to be there because God made herbs in the service of mankind. He made those perfect for our bodies to process through. But we need all those components. So, obviously, to process bread, we need absorbers, oil soluble absorbers, to get into our cells and process it out. Oh, if we don't process bread, what does it do? Rot in the stomach, compact in the intestines? I mean, What's funny, if we go over to Italy, we can eat as much bread as we want because it's not modified. Everything we need to process wheat or bread in Italy is there. Do you know that I saw one of the congressional meetings, something of that nature, where they asked every country if having food was a right? All of them said yes, it was a right to have food, except America. What does that tell you? I go in the grocery store now, look around. All I see is poison. Forever chemicals? Are you kidding me? I've seen chemicals that I was supposed to lock up in a hazmat container, and it's in our food. They have tons and tons of studies being done on Doritos and Takis, high colorants, showing how they create attention deficit and ADHD disorders in children. Then they can put your kids on drugs earlier because of the corporations helping them out. Interesting. It gets worse, folks. Yes, we can all make do with our gluten intolerance and take some castor oil with cayenne pepper or plums, prunes, Epsom sauce. And we can move that gluten along. But we're not getting the fatty acids and the vitamin E that we need to keep our innards elasticy. Then other problems can happen, like, I don't know, say, aneurysm. Oh, more surgeries, more drugs. Yay. Well, then we have one of the most common foods in America, white sugar. Understand that white sugar that is colored brown is called brown sugar. Real sugar, the way it's supposed to be, is called raw cane sugar. Or raw beet sugar, I don't care, just raw sugar. It has the molasses in it that we need to trigger our pancreas to make insulin. Oh, is that what that does? But around 1852, when a chemist got a mechanical attention, I don't even think it was a reward, but there was mechanical attentions to the process of removing molasses from sugar acid. The molasses, the thing that tells the receptors to make insulin. Oh, that molasses, they took that out. So now what happens? Well, sugar acid comes through and it does not awaken your pancreas. A lot of doctors will say you have a numb pancreas or a slow pancreas. Is that the case? So, this sugar acid comes through. It's not being taken care of because of the insulin. Only trace amounts of molasses will be present that will alert it to some, but not enough. So then it makes it over to your liver. And all that sugar has to be metabolized in your liver. Well, what's your liver going to do with it? Has to do something. It makes it, or turns it over to the fat cells. This is why you get fat. It's not fats that make you fat. It is sugar acid. So, here's your liver overworking, cramming as much fat from sugar acid into your cells. And then what? Oh, it gets overloaded and just turns it right into uric acid. Oh. Now what happens with too much uric acid? You dilapidate your tissues. You end up with gout. You will have red marks, hues, going down your neck, the knuckles of your hands, the bottom of your feet, the knuckles of your feet will become inflamed and red and maybe even painful. What else happens? Kidney stones, because once uric acid mingles with oxidation, it becomes hard and crystally. Everything converges in the kidneys, so makes sense that uric acid will make kidney stones. Seeing the bigger picture here. What else does uric acid make? Well, when there becomes too much uric acid, the body says, oh crud, we gotta do something with all this acid. It's damaging our organs. So the body is so amazing that it starts surrounding the uric acid and creating a house for the uric acid. This house is a tumor. Is sugar creating cancer in you? And yet it gets worse. So we already know that the sugar acid can't alert the pancreas to make insulin to bring it into your cells. We also know that a lot of times you have a lot of oxidation that hardens your cells off, and you need zinc to actually even get the insulin in too. Are you taking zinc? Because your body don't store it. Okay. Say you have somebody that is a diabetic. They're not getting insulin into their cells. They need zinc. Say the pancreas can't make enough insulin. Why? Because the doctors gave you a statin, because even though you weren't really too high on cholesterol, because 35 years ago, I mean, cholesterol levels were 300 and they lowered them down to 200. Why? Because statins came out. So if your doctor is given a statin to you and you're a diabetic, I would say that's attempted murder. Because A, it's not the right solution. We need molasses in the sugar to remedy this solution, right? But when they give you a statin, which is a fungus, it goes into your liver and breeds. It stops you from being able to make the proper amount of cholesterol your body needs to function. It also prevents the production of CoQ10, which aids your heart. Oh, okay, so stay with me. If you rob the body of cholesterol, your pancreas cannot make insulin. So you just gave statins to a diabetic that needs insulin that is made from cholesterol to remove the sugars. And you don't have zinc in there to absorb it all. I think we might be in trouble, folks. How about you? If you'd like this flyer, get on our email list, sign up. All this information will come to you. I'm mad, folks. I'm very, very mad. They're hurting our people. They're shredding the ends of our DNA, shortening our lifespans with microwave and 5G. The only thing that can repair that shred on your DNA that we've seen so far, or that I've seen so far, is the EE system that charges your mitochondria to that of a healthy cell level. When you're at a healthy cell level, your body can start to heal itself. But understand, you must remove the uric acid. Stop eating fake sugar, processed sugar. Eat real raw sugar. It's the best thing for you. So it's the best thing for you. Sorry about that. And apple cider vinegar will neutralize the acids inside your body. It will reverse it. Yes, it takes time, but how much time did it take you to fill your skin insides up with an acid from sugar? How else? Well, in medical school, they always told us you can't control the pH of the body to the alkaline side through food, right? I've tested this out. That's not a true statement. All right. A heavy enough alkalizer will make it through and be unaltered. Come here. Will be unaltered, and it will alkalize the body. Okay. So things like green tea, wheatgrass, alfalfa. Yes, they will be altered in the stomach acids, but enough of them will make it through to carry that alkalizing into your bloodstream. So, just for maintenance purposes only, even if you don't have any of these problems, apple cider vinegar, squirt it in your mouth from a squirt bottle 3 times a day is what I do. Cook with wheatgrass, cook with alfalfa, cook with nettles. You could even go out and get blackberry leaves and cook with those. They're filled with nutrients, minerals that your body needs. It's getting hot. It's time to go outside and play, folks. Take care and happy journeys, y'all.